Could you begin with no pick statement?
Yeah. Very pleased with the performance of the group tonight. It was certainly nice to improve on our performance from last week, but with the same result. That was the message from the beginning of the week, and the guys were excellent tonight, and it was nice to reward these fans with a good performance and a good win, and continue to build on the momentum of last week. So very proud of the group tonight. I thought in a lot of ways they executed things that we worked on throughout the week in training, and played in an aggressive way for 90+ minutes. So the credit to the players tonight for their performance and the end result.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me okay? All right, that's pretty decent. Congrats, Pat, on the win. Today it seemed like you closed out both halves on the front foot when the opposite might have been true at Orlando. Just what do you make of this group's ability to identify issues like you experienced last week? And then it seems like even over the last 3 matches, their ability to take corrective steps, like game over game, week to week. Right. What do you make of this group's ability to do that?
Everything that we're experiencing is a first. So you get the 2-goal lead, and we have a really strong start to the game, and then we concede the PK, and so we lose momentum for that 5 to 10 minute stretch. And so how do we react to them getting back into the game and us losing momentum? And I thought we closed the half out those 10 minutes in a really professional way, just to see that we got in with at least a +1, the 1-goal lead. So I thought we managed that well. And then, with our PK and we don't convert, how do we respond? And to be able to go and find the 3rd goal and not concede another goal in the game, that was an important step for our group in managing moments where, things aren't going our way. So I was very pleased in the game management overall from the entire group.
Since you mentioned the penalty, I wonder what is your protocol for what you like to see happen in those situations? Did you have any problem with Lucho calling? It seemed like he called his own number there. Is that what you expect in that situation?
His number was called prior to him taking it.
Okay.
So the protocol is let's convert our PKs. But it happens. And so, look, he didn't convert. We were going to make the switch regardless of the outcome of that PK. So, he had been dealing with a knock during the week, and we just wanted to be smart about how we closed out that game. So the PK result, lack of converting was not indicative of him coming off the field. So that's that.
I didn't mean to infer that was the case.
You
but so big picture, in terms of the style that you want to play, and there was some entertainment value out there. It was classy at times, right? How close is this to your ideal vision of what FC Cincinnati will look like? Where are we in proximity to that?
Well, I'm a coach, so we're always trying to improve. We're always looking to get better. We still have a long way to go. I'll continue to say that. What you saw tonight was a lot of moments of what we want to be about in terms of how we play forward, how we can control the tempo with purpose, how we defend as a unit, and what it looks like when we're able to turn the ball over in good spots and turn those into moments where we're attacking with numbers. So I think over the course of 90 minutes, you saw a lot of glimpses of what we want to be about. And I was really pleased today with the consistency in how we played forward and looked to create. So, like you said, there was entertainment value, but it's not just to entertain, it's to score goals and to win games. So I was pleased in how we looked to create chances on the evening or on the day, and how we did that consistently.
We've obviously talked about Brandon a lot the last couple weeks with his play, but to see him score 2 goals, assist Ronald, also drew the PK. Just what do you make of his continued performance today?
Well, it was nice to see him not get complacent during the week because he scored a couple important goals for us last week. He had the same hunger throughout the week. He was working after training every day to the point where we wanted to pull him back and just be, smart about, let's get through the week in an intelligent way so, your legs are there for Saturday. So him getting a couple more goals tonight was nice to see as far as, his development as a player and his progress, to not settle for a performance last week and to go and do it again for the group tonight. So very pleased with where he's at and his contributions to our group right now.
And then Ronald coming back from injury and having the game he had today, how important was that for him just to get back? I know he's leaving for Costa Rica
right.
national team duty, but just comments on his performance as well.
I said it last week. We don't get 3 points without Alec and Brandon. And this week, we get 3 points because of Mata's performance. We've asked him to be aggressive in joining the attack and using his qualities with the ball to help us create. He was in a great spot when he converts his goal, and he was in good spots to get his assists. And that's why we want him higher up the field, because his quality in those moments is important for our group and how we attack. So really pleased with his performance as well on the day.
All right, now we'll go to the Zoom. Jonathan, go ahead.
This is Jonathan Siegel from MLSoccer.com. I wanted to ask about Brandon. I imagine you've been discussing him in Cincinnati locally for quite a bit now these last couple weeks. But what's the potential for a youngish forward like this, whether he's 22 or 23? And kind of what's your perspective on what sounds like a growing sentiment now of kind of, I don't know how else to say this bluntly, except for holy crap, this kid can score, and could he perhaps one day help his country in qualifiers and big games and that sort of soundtrack?
Well, yeah, his upside, his potential is massive. You can see that with his last two performances, not just with the goals, but his ability to hold the ball, his ability to work defensively for our team. He does a lot of little things to help the group have success. In the end, as a striker, you have to finish plays off, and he's doing that right now. So his overall performances for the group are what's helping us to have success and win games. But it's baby steps. It's not all of a sudden national team. Let's just continue to work the right way for your club, and if you continue to perform like this, there'll be other opportunities out there for you. So he's got the right mentality, though. He doesn't think too much of himself after he has a successful day or a successful game. So that part is important, and that's going to help him move along in the right way with the right head on his shoulders.
Jonathan, go again.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. You guys also have a high-price striker in Brenner, who's working his way back in. What do you envision that dynamic being as the striker group evolves, and how Brandon, Brenner, Dom, how they feed off each other now as that comes more into the full picture?
We have competition at the striker position. I think Dom and Brandon have been doing excellent, in their time working together. Brenner's moving along in the right way. Again, you can see some of his quality tonight in terms of helping us create. I've said it before, it's unfortunate that he had a later start with our group, but as he gets up to speed, we have options now in how we can deploy our, attacking side of the ball as far as personnel. So I think the production of Brandon and Dom right now is certainly motivation for Brenner to continue to push to get out on the field, and that's a good thing for our team. It's a good thing for us as a staff, and we have players that are producing right now in front of goal, and so we'll continue to look at game by game what's our best team to put out on the field, and I can promise you'll be seeing Brenner out there in the future helping this team win games.
All right, now we'll go to Luis.
Hi, first of all, congratulations for the win.
Thank you.
So you mentioned before the importance of winning for a second game in a row. And what can be improved in order to continue this winning streak? Like, it's easier to correct with the victory. So how can the team improve in order to win the next week against Charlotte and continue with this positive streak? Thank you.
Sure. Well, we said after our last win, don't get complacent. We haven't accomplished anything. It's a good feeling for our group. So how do we take that momentum throughout the week to have a better performance and the same results? So we were able to do that tonight. So now the group understands, all right, we can win in different ways. We can win, on the road. We can win at home. But how do we continue to stay motivated and not get complacent so that when we step out on the field week in and week out, we can find similar results? And each game's going to present different challenges, but if our mentality is what it was during the week and the team is motivated like they were, we'll find more positive results than negative.
All right, last question here from Tito.
Hola, mister. Este es Noticias Cincinnati, un medio en español. Felicitaciones. ¿Quién es el hombre para ti? ¿Quién es el hombre específico para tirar un penal? ¿Brandon o Acosta?
On the penalties, do you have a specific name for the player when a penalty is called? Someone has designated that taker?
Lucho is our PK taker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
We talked to you about your partnership with Dom last week, but you and Ronald had quite a connection today. Just talk about his service, and then you also assisted his goal. How'd that come together for you guys?
Yeah, all week in training, me and Mata have been having this connection, and even since last season, I mean, he's got a golden left foot, so his crosses can be better. He's putting them on a platter for me, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
And then I have to ask about the flamingo pose after the goals. How did you guys come up with that? Was that pre?
We just came with it. We just came up with it like before the game, before warm up. We were like, all right, like we knew we had this connection. Like, what's going to be our celebration? And we thought like a mantra thing. We didn't even think like flamingos, but I guess it works out too.
Yeah. Brandon, I guess it's not realistic to think you'll score 2 goals every game the rest of the way. Pat was also up here talking about how you were working in front of goal at MHTC this week, and they kind of had to pull you back a little bit just to maybe save your body. How do you make this scoring touch, this run of form that you found right now, how do you make that sustainable over the long haul?
I'm just going to show up to training with the same mentality that I've had every day that I show up. I always want to work for more. I always want to keep improving. I've got that grind mentality, I got to put in the extra work. I got to do everything. I got to use all the resources that the club provides. So I'm just going to keep doing the same thing I've been doing weekly, and hopefully results stay the same.
And a lot of people connect your form right now to what was happening late last season, but Pat on Thursday told us that you've been working with Dom Kinnear about your movement in front of goal, just all kinds of different things in that area of the pitch. What has he offered you there, and what are you doing differently because of those interactions with Dom?
For sure. I mean, we do individual video, me and him. He'll pull me aside after training. I'm all for growing and learning, and if I could do the extra mile, I'll do it. And with individual video, we go over every play that I am involved in the previous games, and what I could be doing better, what I did good, and stuff to maintain. So we, I feel like he's been going that extra mile with me, and I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just wondering, is that something completely new this year? Were you doing anything similar last year? Just the extra work with an assistant, or is? Last year, same thing. I would always try to stay for train extra, be one of the first ones in, one of the last ones out type of mentality, But I definitely feel the more like hands-on assistance with Dom, and it's something that I love, so it's great.
Awesome. We'll go to you, Jonathan, on the Zoom.
Hey, Brandon, this is Jonathan Siegel from MLSoccer.com. You can hear me through this Zoom setup. Great. Wanted to ask you, and maybe kind of frame it in this way. So this is your 6th season now, and it's kind of crazy to think about it now. Sometimes there's always been that feeling of like, man, there's those moments that this kid might really break out, and you kind of seem to be coming into this stretch right now. What's your perspective when you think about what's called just the process to reach a moment like this? And I know you're a very humble, complacent guy, or not complacent, excuse me. How do you kind of view this, let's call it journey, for lack of a better word, to reach these kind of successes?
For sure, for me, my guy. For me, you know, since I've been younger, I've seen that only extra work gets you extra, or gets you to a better place, you know. So, yeah, I feel like my training, my extra, all the extra stuff that I do, it's I've been doing it. I've been doing it for years now and years, and I've just been patient, waiting and waiting. And you know, when you come off the bench, sometimes it's hard. You're limited with opportunities, with time, and you know, some opportunities just are tougher in that moment. And yeah, you know, just a lot of patience and waiting for the opportunity.
One of the questions for me being is, perhaps to a fault, the national soccer audience tends to get really excited when there's a domestic goal scorer who's finding good form. I know you can imagine where those conversations go. What's your perspective on just kind of that side of things here, where Pat talked about, hey, let's take it patient here, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves? Would you echo that, or just kind of your aspirations, whether that's in a national team conversation, or who knows where that ends up going?
For sure, like what Pat said, I'm focused here. This is my main focus now. I'm gonna keep working hard and keep scoring goals and do the best I can to get wins for this team and for the city.
All right.
For me, would just be yourself as a striker. How much do you kind of pride yourself on being a complete player? I think that's what's impressing people the most. Is it's not just popping up for a goal here or there. It's pretty tuned in across the 90 minutes. Curious to hear your perspective on kind of how you try to build out your game and being what's called maybe a complete player.
You know, I've gotten to play next to incredible strikers throughout my career. You know, in Atlanta I had Joseph. Here I had Jurgen. I have other players that I've gotten to play with, that I've gotten to analyze every day in training, and I've kind of picked up pieces of everything, the best of all the players that I've played with. And I know for the center forward, there's a lot of extra stuff that you can bring to the table, and I try to cover all those. I try to check all the boxes, and you know, I am always trying to improve and to yeah, just do the best I can and not leave anything on the field.
All right. In the interest of time, we have time for one more. Tito.
Hola Brandon, esta es Noticias Cincinnati. Recuerdo el primer día que llegaste. Felicitaciones por los 2 goles.
Gracias.
¿Esta es la mejor versión tuya o esperamos más de Vazquez?
Pueden esperar más de mí.
Perfecto. La pareja perfecta para ti en ataque, ¿es este hombre que está en la puerta, Matarrita? ¿Y cómo te ves para tirar un penal?
Sí, claro, si tengo la oportunidad, vamos, pero si el entrenador pone el nombre del capitán ahí, también lo respeto. Y con Mata tiene el pie de oro, entonces con él toda la temporada ojalá nos vaya así igual.
The question was, what's his partnership like with different players on the team and with Mata, and in the penalty situation? And so Brandon answered, Lucho, you know, his name was on the team sheet, so he's the one who took the penalty, and Mata has the golden foot, so he's got the service, and the partnership is strong. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, for sure.
Ronald, I'm pretty sure the last time we spoke with you was after the Nashville match last season, which ended 6-3, and I just remember so clearly how frustrated you were at that moment because of that match, but also because of how the season was going, right? And that you guys have had a good start to this season. How much different does it feel? How has it been for you under Pat Noonan so far?
Yeah, the difference I think was the mentality. You know, it was frustrating when we played really good and we concede one goal and the team just goes down. So we are trying to change the mentality, and I think this season will be much better than the last one.
And just how big was it for you to second game this season for yourself to get a goal today and to start the game off well? How maybe you could just walk us through that play. Tell us what you saw.
I think it's not about who scored or who made the assist. You know, the most important thing is the team, is the level that we are trying to get for the team, and I know that everyone in the team is working really hard to achieve more wins, more good games, and we are trying to get it.
You took a knock in the Austin game and then had missed the last 2 games. How did you feel just getting back out there today? What was that process, just the recovery, and to be able to come out and have a performance like that today?
No, the recovery was hard for me because I want to play all the time. I want to be fit all the time, so it was a little bit difficult for me to be on the side, seeing the players going 100% to arrive to the game and make a good games. I think the second game was completely for us, and we just conceded a goal, bad luck goal. So I think the team is working really good, and was a good feeling when I see the people working really hard on trainings, and then I show the level that we are on the field.
I asked Brandon about the goal celebration. He said it was kind of just something you threw together a little bit. He didn't think it was a flamingo. Was it? Did you plan that as a flamingo? Or was that just...
The truth of this is that I spoke with him before the game, and I say, hey, you will score a goal, so let's see what we can do to celebrate. So we find Mohamed Salah celebration, and we just want to try to do it too.
Yeah, why don't they go? All right. Well, I'd like to ask you about World Cup qualifying. How do you feel going into this window for Costa Rica? And obviously, you know, there's not a lot of margin for error for Costa Rica this window. Just how do you feel going into it?
So these 3 games will be really important. We are just 1 point of the 4th place. And we have to get it yes or yes. You know, we don't have a chance to lose. We don't have a chance to give what's left some points. So we have to arrive to the games with the mentality that we can to arrive to the World Cup.
Buenas, Luis Arauz para Diario Pro de Panamá. Victoria consecutiva. Vi tu sonrisa, yo sé que se va a la eliminatoria contra Panamá en esta fecha FIFA. Te quiero sobre eso, cómo llegas en confianza de cara a la eliminatoria, y en cuanto al club, pues qué tanto le inyecta el ánimo al equipo el tener victorias consecutivas. Muchas gracias.
Bueno, siempre con la selección nacional es importante tener victorias. Creo que estos últimos partidos que tuvimos en la eliminatoria pasada, creo que fue en los partidos pasados, perdón, creo que fueron muy importantes para nosotros, porque nos dimos cuenta de que sí tenemos el nivel para ganar los partidos. Así que bueno, tenemos 2 partidos en casa, uno afuera contra El Salvador, y creo que el primer partido va a ser sumamente importante, porque si le ganamos o empatamos contra Canadá, que es el equipo a vencer, el equipo más fuerte de la eliminatoria, creo que la confianza va a subir, y por ende los otros 2 partidos creo que tendremos la mentalidad necesaria para sacarlo adelante y ojalá poder clasificar al Mundial.
going into World Cup qualifying, and we know that we have the level to win these games, and we need to win these games. We have 2 on the road and 1 at home against El Salvador, a very important one against Canada, who's the best team in the table right now. So we know we have the quality, and we know that we can push forward with Costa Rica. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ronald.